welcome to MGP598. I'm Kevin. With me as ever, the Sheepdog, Anna, and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
G'day, boys and girls.
Hello?
Right, we've got silent
I've
Anna
lost
again
it
this
again.
week. It worked for 1 week.
Hello.
I believe you. I believe you said it, and I imagine it comes through in the recording. Discord does not like you saying hello. That's not even the big issue, though. Sheepdog, you were told to say hello, not good day. And I will not stand for your insubordination.
Well,
Sometimes I want to include our Australian listeners.
They haven't paid their bills, so they don't get included. They owe us a significant amount of money. If you are listening in Australia and you've not paid your invoice yet, we will be taking on legal advice because this is unacceptable. It's been going on for years.
We're going to meet with King Charles and have words.
What, a spaniel?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that. Yeah, I meet him at the dog meetings. Dave comes.
Yeah. Dave. Dave's forever at those meetings. He's obsessed.
He's a laugh.
Absolutely
He loves a pint.
He had toast and Marmite in the garden this morning.
He had toast and Marmite at the meeting as well.
The boy doesn't really eat dog food. He just survives on human sustenance mainly. I think he might actually accidentally turn into a human at some point.
He's really good at snooker and all.
I mean, that's just part of being a Chapman. We're all excellent snooker professionals. If I ever go and retrieve my cue from the snooker place that I left it in 1998, I'll prove to you all how good I am at snooker.
Do you even put your name on it? Because you like to put your name
Obviously, I put my name on it.
So they know who you are, so they can't.
Well, it just says Kevin.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a queue out there that's just called Kevin that's floating around.
Yeah, and I have changed my number once or twice since 1998.
But I doubt there's many Kevins in the market.
I reckon there's been at least one pass through their doors since I left my queue there. Who probably was like, "Oh wow, free queue."
So before I start this, I went to say Ronnie O'Sullivan, but nearly said Barry White because my brain just got confused. But Ronnie O'Sullivan's probably travelling around with his trusty pool cue Kevin, snooker cue Kevin that he's won all his tournaments with.
Yeah, and eventually he'll give me a cut of his winnings, and all will be right in the world. I'll be utterly delighted by it. How are we all on this fine week, boys and girls? Are we all having a lovely time? Are we all giddy to be here? Pleasure to talk to me, is it?
I see you every day.
Sure.
I'm not getting the level of enthusiasm that I hoped to get from this meeting.
Yeah, I was looking forward to the episode because it's a bit boring being cooped up and all of that, but usual nonsense for me.
You shouldn't have done it, and then you wouldn't be facing the crime, would you? Facing the punishment. It's your own fault. You know what you did, and you know why you can't leave the house.
But I also did prove that crime does pay.
You're an absolute monster. I am currently trying to find myself 100 Lego minifigure heads that have a beard and glasses on. I have a plan for 100 heads.
Why?
I need a bag of heads.
Why?
You don't. I'll explain to you off air.
Are you going to get like 100 different clothes that you own? So you've got like a Lego version of you for every day.
No, Kevin just has jeans and black or grey or
excuse me, I think you'll find it's the summer. I am now on shorts.
I haven't seen you in any shorts yet.
Well, I've been wandering around in just boxer shorts for some of today because my legs got warm.
You took your trousers off in the middle of the day.
I often work in here with trousers on.
I am freezing cold. I don't know how you're so warm and got all the windows.
Because
I am cold.
Because I'm in here creating heat. You can't make money without creating heat. So I'm creating heat in here in my little money factory.
Is that why I'm so hot all the time?
Yeah.
And
making all that money. Exactly. Mr. Money Sheepdog, I think is what they call him.
Wearing shorts for about 2 years. I probably wore trousers about 3 times in the past.
I thought your trousers just shrunk in the wash, and that's why you went from never wearing a pair of shorts in your life, and there being very strong rumours that you didn't have any shins, to wearing shorts all day, every day. Yeah, I mean, I remember when you turned up in London for Pokemon Go Fest the other year. I yelled across the little area out the front of King's Cross that I could see your leg flesh. Because I don't think I'd ever seen it before, and since then I've not seen you without leg flesh. So I reckon you've got a set of legs.
Hold on, so when he slept with us, he slept in his clothes?
Yeah, with his boots on. Jeans and boots.
No, that was one time. That was one time when we.
I'm convinced that's all you ever do. You sleep in your jeans and your boots.
We were staying in a ropey hostel, and when we opened the window, so many bugs came in that we just agreed to sleep clothed.
Not Primark.
The time you saw my willy.
I don't remember. Maybe I changed into trousers that were sleeping trousers.
That was the most awkward
and your sleeping boots.
I've ever had.
Fab, you've shared many hotel rooms with Sheepdog. Is the reason you stopped because he doesn't take his trousers off?
I barely knew the man. I was sleeping in a room with him.
I don't think that was an issue at that time. I don't think
it was just his general personality and demeanour that led
Pab
to
has
the breakdown in sharing hotel rooms.
Pab insists on us both being completely naked when we share a room. To be fair,
I can
even if I did,
that.
I found taking pictures of me while I'm asleep the more inappropriate thing.
Yeah, he does do that.
You're lucky that the UK government made that illegal. They're still on my phone every now and again. It gives me a memory.
You still got them, though, haven't you? Of course you have.
It will say 4 years ago today, and it's just a picture of Pam asleep. I'm like, oh god, I should really delete this.
Leave them out.
I quite like getting the alert, and it's every now and again.
Yeah, they should be going in the group chat every time one appears. I want pictures of Pam asleep. I've hardly got any.
Oh, he's so peaceful looking.
I've only got a few from him sleeping in the back of the car on the way to Disneyland.
Yeah, on the tube or something like that. Yeah, she didn't do that. Yeah,
he didn't. I was there all the time.
Yeah, you had to hold the steering wheel while I turned around to photograph him while he was honking like a goose.
You wouldn't photograph him because you wouldn't take me to a chemist, so you wouldn't got time for that.
Look, we had multiple stops on the way. It's not my fault. I didn't go to the chemist at any of them.
Oh my god. Well, I'm not going.
Right, we're going again in a couple of weeks. I will take you to a chemist. No, I'll take you to the chemist on the way, whether you want it or not. You're going in that chemist.
I'm not going to
and you're buying French drugs.
No.
And you'll like them.
Nope.
I'm going to prove to you there's nowhere to park near that chemist.
Go out of your way.
Our first day.
It had a car park.
Well, we'll find out in a couple of weeks. We're going to go and have a look. I know we're supposed to be rushing there to go to the new Lego store, but if we miss that and I prove a point, I think that's a worthwhile trip.
Point.
Talking of exciting things,
I
had a casual chat with the old BBC this afternoon, the way I do on occasion.
About eggs.
Yeah, expect another article about me and eggs to appear on your feeds very soon. I assume you've all got my name on your Google alerts. Well, pretty soon you'll see me holding an egg. It's that time of year again, boys and girls. Posher at Wembley, which means I get to eat an egg in London. Beautiful.
Sheepdog.
And it really weird. First off, it's, before I forget to say it, it's weird that this time of year again you're holding an egg, and it's nothing to do with Easter. It's nothing to do with a big holiday that has Easter eggs. It's to do with a football match. But yeah, Mr. Sheepdog has tickets for it, including one, not with my name on it because we didn't put names on them. But it depends how I feel, to be honest. If I'm ill, then I don't think it's wise. But I'm hoping I can go.
God, because it'll get you out.
Yeah, but
go on. No, you go on.
I went to a cheerleading event at the weekend, and
I wish I'd have spoken. Jesus, carry on.
I was just absolutely deceased. I was quite lucky though, because Mrs. Sheepdog, proving that she half listens to what I say, I said to her what time does this end? And she told me the time it ended, which was 5:15, and I'm like, oh my god, we've got 2 hours more of this, even though we've seen everyone dance or whatever. And I'm properly freaking out because I'm completely knackered, and then. Fortunately, we realised the clocks had gone forward, didn't they? But she just didn't realise that at all. I'm going to say, okay, actually, an hour. But I was so dead. I don't want to sit in Wembley thinking that the whole time, watching the game go to penalties or whatever, thinking I really need to be going now. Come on. So yeah, I'll see how I feel.
It's not going to go to penalties. I'm eating an egg. We'll win it in normal time. That's what the egg does.
I just don't want to ruin it if I'm not there and the magic somehow changes.
The magic is not attached to you. The magic is all about the egg.
As
the BBC know, because I got a text the other day from the man at the BBC, and the text just said, just wondered if you're free to have a chat about your eggs and Wembley again. Cheers. That was the text I received from the British Broadcasting Corporation. So, it seems that I am the egg man. I am the walrus.
Because they'll anytime an egg comes up, they'll go through their file of facts of egg people, and they'll message you. They'll literally flick past Dr. Robotnik to have a chat with you now. With me, it's if anyone has a problem with their neighbor, they'll ring me and ask me if I can have a comment on it. And it's just like I think I've told you before. I'm in a British Library archive study where they did I can't remember what the year was, but it was like they recorded people talking about their relationships with their neighbors. Two people were having a chat, and then they put it in this archive library, and it's like something to show what life was like in that year, and it's supposed to be like a historic document, and it's just me just grinding my axe.
Well,
so yeah,
you might be getting a call from them in the next week or so then, because I think I've upset our neighbours today because they had their towels out on the line and I decided to get the barbecue out, so they're gonna have smoky towels. So I think I've started a war by smoking up all their towels. So I imagine the BBC will be in touch.
I'd be defending you on that though. Who doesn't want a smoky towel? Put your face in that in the morning.
Exactly.
You're going to
be. You remember that when you get the phone call.
I will.
Excellent stuff. Well, we've spoken for 11 minutes and not said the word Switch, so I suppose we should move on to the biggest news of the year. Forget Grand Theft Auto, forget Football Manager. Biggest news of the year. Kev gets to buy a new toy.
The old switcheroo, yeah.
Yeah.
Two.
All I know about it, I know as we're recording this, the Nintendo Direct has just happened. I haven't watched it. I don't intend to because I've got all the information I needed. I found out it's coming out, when it's coming out, and how much it's going to cost me, and that is all I need to know. I assume there'll be games. It's not that important to me whether there are or not. So
I only found out the price like 10 minutes ago from a message on Discord, and I watched the Direct. I don't remember them mentioning prices, but I'm quite pleased to see the price. Someone said it's $429.99 with Mario Kart. That is correct.
Yeah,
I was expecting a lot more than that.
Really?
No.
I mean, again, not seen it. I'm assuming it's PlayStation 4 spec, so probably shouldn't be that expensive. Is my assumption correct?
I can't remember the spec of the PS4, but
PS4 Pro maybe. I'd say,
jibbing on about like 4K and 120 frames per second and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably Pro.
But not just that. I don't know. It just looked like I was watching it thinking this sounds cool, but I bet it's expensive. And no, I'm relieved that it's pretty normal, really, isn't it? I mean, it'll drop eventually. It is more than the last Switch, but I don't know. My expectations were I was going to wince and feel really uncomfortable. When I actually looked at that, I thought, okay, that is lower than I had in my head, which is very rare, really.
Are we going to have to buy two of them in June, Anna, or are you not interested in handhelds anymore?
I don't know. I'll have to have a look at it. But
would this change your mind, Anna? Borderlands 4's on it.
Yeah, Borderlands 4's on everything. I've already played it. No, I haven't.
Handheld.
I don't want to play it handheld.
Anna doesn't play her Switch handheld if she's at home. She's one of the dock crew.
I'm not actually.
To be fair, so am I. But yeah,
I've got Borderlands on my Switch, so it doesn't really matter.
Not the new one, no. 4's the one that comes out this year, right?
It's not out yet.
Yeah,
but 1, 2, 3 pre-sequel are all out on the Switch. I already own them all.
But the new one being on it is good, isn't it?
But she'll play it on PlayStation, won't she?
Yeah. No, I did have that in mind.
I don't go anywhere.
True.
I have a PlayStation and I have an Xbox X.
They made a point of covering that FIFA was going to be on it, and I thought anyone who likes
an actual
FIFA,
proper version of FIFA, because I would love a proper handheld version.
Well,
I've been wanting it for years.
Whatever it's called now under EA, it's that. But I kind of thought most people want to play it on whatever one tells them is the highest numbers worth of whatever.
If you're anything like me, you've been looking for a handheld version of FIFA for years, so that I can just play Ultimate Team on a handheld, because the Switch version has always been pared down and bobbins. You can't play it on the Steam Deck without having to do all sorts of fiddling, because the Steam Deck doesn't have the right anti-cheating stuff on it. So if this is a legitimate full version of EAFC handheld, that's enough to buy it day one for me. Yeah, that's perfect. That's actually genuinely exciting.
Cool. No, that's good. One thing that I don't know. So, did you pre-order it or did you just look it up?
It wasn't available for pre-order.
Not available till the 8th.
So, I was reading that they're not doing their first wave of pre-orders is invite only via Nintendo online. If you've had it for 2 years.
which I have.
Yeah, so
Well,
you'll
how
be
do I
fine.
get my invite?
Yeah, I was wondering that. I had to look at my app earlier, like, hello. Not that I've got any money now. I'm not working, but yeah, I was just looking in. To be fair, I just thought credit card, hello. Anyway, so that's cool and interesting. And I was a little bit like, how does that work? They're talking about they want to reward their most loyal customers. So I'm thinking, well, knock another 50 quid off maybe then, Nintendo.
I mean, I've been buying their consoles since the 80s. Can I have a free one? I'm about as loyal a customer as you can get.
Why don't you write to them?
I've literally got their stuff made out of Lego and all sorts. I very much would like I would like a free one, please, Nintendo. You know where to find me. I'm the guy who spends loads of money with you.
Another thing that came to mind, just like, Kev will enjoy that, is that the Joy-Con can be used as a mouse for games like Civ
and Football Manager.
Yep, but I didn't know whether that was on there. It's not listed. They haven't announced they're making another game yet, Kevin.
That's true, but they will.
But we've got, I'm sure they will.
I mean, they haven't. I mean, just to swing around Football Manager for a second, they did announce yesterday, that the FM24 will remain playable on Game Pass and all the other subscription services until the next release. So although they've not officially announced FM26, they have basically put in a press release there is going to be a new game coming. So that's the closest we've ever got to getting a Football Manager announcement as early as April. So it's coming. It's coming. And it will probably be on Switch because it always is. That's why I owned a Switch in the first place.
They're also trying to I see this as like them trying to show Microsoft how it's done. They're putting a Switch 2 camera in to give us good old-fashioned Kinect again. I would love for Nintendo to make this work.
Kinect's
I don't know.
Coming back. Ooh.
I'd love to see Nintendo just put it in there and suddenly everyone loves it and doesn't think it's weird. And it'd just be funny for them to succeed with it somehow. But I did wonder, it's because they've added in kind of their online game chat option.
They've put Discord in.
Yeah. There's a C button that you press.
There's a camera built into the device.
No, you have to buy
separate.
the camera separately.
Well, the mic is built in.
Are they?
So you can chat to
people
with the mic, but people will, yeah. And I imagine, I hope, I was going to say that they'll let you plug in your own mic and cam, but they probably won't, will they, to be fair?
No.
They'll want to flog them. But the mic one, it felt like they should let you because people will want good mics if they're
They want you to be shouting across the room, Sheepdog.
They made a big point, didn't they? That it'll hear you across the room, it'll be fine. And I thought, But no, I mean, I'm glad they've added in voice chat for, when you want to play I don't play multiplayer on mine that much anyway, but the times I have, it's all
it's better than the original Switch version, which was using the voice app in the Nintendo Switch app thing on your phone.
When
it was daft.
Yeah. When I was playing Mario Kart with my friends and we were just hammering the "what a shame" react over and over again, now I'll be able to just shout it down the mic at them. But yeah, speaking of Mike, speaking of Mario Kart, that Mario Kart World looks good, doesn't it?
It's an interesting thing about it. Yeah.
Why does it look good?
It's basically Forza Horizon, but Mario Kart.
Okay, I might get involved in that.
Yeah, so it's like there's loads of vehicles in it as well. Like it looks like you can do karts, you can do ones that go on water.
Oh yeah, they Diddy Kong it. Yeah, they absolutely Diddy Kong it.
They're like in the sky. They're grinding along rails. There's all sorts of nonsense in it, but also it just says you can just drive around between places, and it's called Mario Kart World, so it's a world of driving around Mario Kart. Loads of characters in it. Even a cow at one point was driving a car. I was like, okay. That's pretty interesting doing that. Yeah, it just looks massive. It looks there was so much there. I feel like I've forgotten half of it already. I know it comes with the Switch. I think you can buy a Switch with it, which is only a little bit different in price, whereas the actual RRP of it in dollars and euros was like 90. So I was fully expecting the translation to just be for 90 again.
I saw that. Games are going to be £90 on cartridge or £80 to download the Nintendo games.
Is that true for pounds? Because I've only seen it in dollars and euros.
I saw it in pounds.
Okay, jeez. I feel like that's going to drop quick because they don't realise that people won't.
I mean, they're Nintendo.
They will.
Let's face it. N64 games were £90, and that was 30 years ago. So they're just working their way back around to the price that they used to charge back before they gave up on cartridges the first time round.
It's gonna destroy me when Pokemon comes out, and I need to get Ollie a version and myself a version. I need to get that kid a job.
Do that sharing thing that I saw last.
Yeah, but he needs one of each version. I mean, I buy both versions from just myself.
Oh, we see. But there's that new share thing, isn't there, where you can share
there won't
again.
be a new version. It won't be a same. It's only one version.
No, when new Pokemons come out.
Oh yeah, but not the new one. Not for ZA.
No, not for ZA. Yeah.
Yeah,
that looked good. I don't know if we talked about it last week, but they brought out a bit of info about that. And part of the Z2A thing is fighting your way up the ranks.
Going up the ranks. Yeah, that looked good. Interesting.
That's cool. Become the very best like no one ever was. Another thing they announced with the Switch was that loads of games are getting like it's essentially a DLC upgrade. They're not just slapping a bit of paint on them. They're giving like Mario Jamboree's getting a whole Jamboree TV setting that adds a load of features to that game, and the Zelda games are getting a load of stuff thrown in. I'm trying to think what else they mentioned, because there was more than those two games that were getting upgrades. I was sat there hoping that they would announce they were going to add DLC for one of the Pokemon games or something, but obviously they weren't going to do that. I just was hoping. Did you notice, Pab, that when they were doing a little montage at the end of all the little games and third-party games that were on it, they just casually threw Silk Song in the middle and didn't even acknowledge it? I missed it. I only saw it in the comments, and someone was responding about it, and I was like, wait, what? But yeah, they just said that's coming this year. It's going to be on the Switch 2. It's like, oh, okay. I'll probably play it on something else anyway, but it just made me laugh that they didn't even. I would have expected that to have been one of the ones they played a video on, because it's what people are really chomping at the bit for. I also saw the Final Fantasy Fantasy VII remake is going to be on it. So
yes.
You know, I know you're not really bothered by that, Anna, but it's there.
It is. I didn't watch it, so I have nothing to say.
Did I miss anything, Pab? I did see controllers are compatible. So Switch controllers are compatible with the Switch 2, which is handy for me.
Yes. There's a new Pro controller I saw that had back paddle buttons on it. Is that something? I suppose.
Back paddle.
Yeah, they have like little back paddle buttons on the back of it. So sure I'll end up with one. I'm sure I will. GameCube stuff on the expansion pass.
Oh yes, that looked amazing. That had the Pokemon Colosseum, Pokemon what's it called? Veil of Darkness, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping FIFA Street will be on there. I mean, that would
not likely.
I would probably not. But EA's involved with a lot of their bits and bobs.
Yeah, but they don't have the FIFA license anymore, so they won't be able to sell it.
Good point. I mean, FIFA might want the money though.
I mean, Wind Waker was in there. Soul Calibur 2. There's a Fire Emblem game on there. I don't know. F-Zero, I think, was on there as well.
Just swear, Pab.
Yes.
Well, the new Donkey Kong game looked ridiculous as well. Just that's not on the Game Pass thing, but it's like
a new
Donkey
game.
Kong rampaging through a massive game. Looked really, just.
What's it called? Donkey Kong Bonanza, is it?
But yeah, Bonanza. Banana is, it's not an O, it's Bonanza, like banana.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it seemed like it's a new 3D open world Donkey Kong game by the looks of things. So, not one of your classic Donkey Kong country style ones. It's more a spiritual successor to what would be 64. I don't think there's been one since then.
Because, as you know, I'm a very spiritual guy, so spiritual successors are my favourite kinds.
Well, you love it.
There's also a GameCube controller, if you like the old GameCube controller.
Yes, there's a GameCube, but apparently that's only for people who. Well, that's what I read earlier on. It's only for people who pre-ordered the actual Switch.
I mean, wasn't that like universally regarded as the worst controller of any console ever?
No, yeah, but people have gone right around, and now people love it.
Oh, it was awful.
I liked it more than that one you always go on about from the 64. Found that one to be.
That was great.
Weird. Nah, it was a weird controller.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, people love the GameCube controller now. So
people are weird. Weird people.
There was an awkward moment during the Direct where they I can't remember what game they were talking about. I want to say Elden Ring, but it just kind of crapped out, and there was no. All you could hear was someone talking. They were talking about a completely different game.
No,
The screen had frozen. Was it
I saw that.
Cyberpunk or something?
No, it was something like it was like some 4-player co-op survival game. Because it started and then it just froze, and then the feed I was watching, they cut away from it while they thought they were waiting for it to sort itself out, and then they were just listening to like the audio, because the audio carried on working. It's just the video froze. I mean, the whole thing wasn't great because the actual feed went out of sync a lot of the time as well. The audio kept going out of sync.
And when they were showing people playing each other on the Discord thing that they added in, all the videos looked really clunky and choppy, and it was like, oh no!
I don't think that's a bug. I don't think that's a bug. That's just how it is.
No, well, I imagine they're showing like a really early build.
No, I imagine that's how it is. I can't imagine they're showing 4 separate feeds of someone.
Yeah, I see what you mean. If they're showing you your
game,
playing while you're
4
playing,
other people playing a game, and the cameras putting in there, the work going on in there is insane. Yeah,
it did look properly like jump, and
it was proper chuggy. It was all running sub 30. The little screens underneath, yeah. But as long as that main one that you're playing on stays steady, I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah, it's just about getting an idea of what's hitting other people in that, isn't it?
Exactly. Yes, Elden Ring is coming. I don't know whether I'll get it. Potentially, I don't know. We'll see. There's a new From Software game exclusively for the Switch 2, which is called something Bloods, was it? I can't remember what it's called.
Oh yeah, I couldn't Blood something. Yeah. So I didn't watch the directly. I watched it via someone's Twitch, and they excuse me. They thought it was Bloodborne at first, and they were like, "It can't be Bloodborne. What's going on?"
Were saying that.
And it apparently, from what they were saying, it's basically Bloodborne 2, but they can't call it that, so they've just
Dusk Bloods. Dusk Bloods is what it's called, but it's supposed to be a PvPvE multiplayer game. So I don't know how much of a Bloodborne kind of successor is to that. I don't know. I doubt it's anything. It's just got probably takes some certain inspirations from Bloodborne, but yeah, it's interesting to see. Exclusively for Switch, so yeah, that is another one interesting. There's a lot of games coming over. I think there's some Yakuza games coming over. Quite a few. Trying to think of anything else now. Major new SD cards. Bigger SD
Why didn't
cards.
you lead with that?
No, the storage is 8 times bigger than what the Switch is now. SD cards. There's certain carts will be a digital key. Is that right, Sheepdog? Something like that. I read that somewhere where certain carts literally have nothing on them, and you will download the game, and the carts are just simply a digital key to play the
I don't recall that
version.
But that's surprising.
Yeah. It's not every game.
I mean, they've done a kind of roundabout version of that for years, haven't they? You've been able to go into shops and buy a box that just has a code in. So I guess at least this way, you still get a little cartridge.
Yes, but you'll need the cartridge to play the game regardless, because it basically becomes the.
Well, presumably that means you can then trade it in or sell it on.
No, you can't. No, because you need the cart to authenticate when you play it.
Yeah, as in when you don't want to play it anymore, you delete the game, sell the cartridge. Would that not then allow you to?
In theory, you could sell it. Yeah, in theory, yeah. In theory, yes. Because if the cartridge is acting as the key to get to play the game, then there's no reason why.
Yeah.
It's just a physics. I assume it's just for games that are, again, too big for the cartridge. Even though the cartridges are bigger this time,
or
I just wonder if it's
to be worth putting on a cartridge, like Football Manager. Football Manager has never been on a cartridge the Switch. It's when you buy the Football Manager box, you just get a code in it because they don't bother printing the cartridges. It costs more.
Yeah, probably why the games cost more on cartridge, according to Sheepdog. So probably is a thing. There you go.
There you go.
So it is out June 5th. Did we say that already?
Well, then we should arrange a party where we all meet up on June the 5th and play with our new Switches and do our Street Passes, which surely they've included again, haven't they? They've put Street Pass back in, haven't they, Pab? Have they put Street Pass back in?
Not confirmed as
For
of yet.
goodness sake! Why not?
It has not been confirmed as of yet, but you never know. Never say never.
I was calling out for that as well. I was like, "Where's Street Pass? Where's Street Pass?"
It's the best game they've ever made.
You do
Apart
like
from
it.
Tomodachi Life, which apparently is coming back as well. So that's good.
Yes.
I do like that. I have to start getting trains again, so I've got a reason to play that. Can't wait. Love that game. But yeah, there you go. Switch 2, boys and girls. It's a thing. Let us know on the internet by tweeting at Sheepdog on whatever his Twitter or the equivalent is
Blue
these
Sky.
days. I can't even remember. There you go.
Sheepdog 6K.
There you go. You've ruined my 10-year-old bit of saying tweet at RB6K. You're a monster.
That's why I did it.
But there you go. You can give him your opinions. In the meantime, if you're in the giving mood, once you've given Sheepdog an opinion, you can give a charity some money. Because I am in the midst of a fundraising campaign for World Autism Awareness Month. I'm raising money for Autistica, an autism charity. I'm doing a Football Manager thing where they've challenged me and a bunch of other Football Manager creators to do a 1-season Football Manager challenge with Luton. It's a vanilla version of the game. FM24 has been out so long. Luton are still in the Premier League at the start of FM24. They'll be in League One by the time FM26 comes out. But yeah, we've got 1 season to get Luton to finish as high up as we possibly can. I've already done a couple of streams. By the time the podcast comes out, I'll be doing the final stream tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Saturday when the podcast comes out, so Sunday night. But you can go to the link. I'm sure Pabby will put it in the description to this podcast if you want to donate. And we are trying to raise a big pile of cash. And as agreed on Twitch last night, whoever is the biggest donator to my element of the campaign, because we're all competing with each other for that as well. But whoever's the biggest single donor to me will get a Lego trophy. I've got to give them a Lego. We agreed it on stream. So I'm going to do a little trophy out of Lego, and I can either sign it or not, depending on whether you want it defacing or not. Apparently, some people would like me to sign their Lego for them. So there you go. If you want to be the single biggest donator, at the time of recording, the biggest individual donation is £50. So you'd have to beat that if you want the Lego trophy, which you could buy yourself for £10 on eBay. So do with that information what you will, boys and girls. But it's for a good cause. Yeah, it's for a good cause. Throw some money at it and make me feel like a fundraising legend. And that's pretty much all the Football Manager I've done this week.
Just as an aside, if anyone heard all the banging like 5 minutes ago, I texted my daughter saying, "Get your brothers away from the door," because I thought one of them was trying to get in. And instead she opened the door and let the cat in, who then started running rampage. And I had to like demand she come and get him, because I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" So I think I was on mute. I'm pretty sure no one heard me being like, "Whoa."
We heard what sounded like a screaming cat. So I don't know what you did to it, but
the cat was fine. He just went under the chair and was rolling around all cute. But he was also trying to climb on the table when I've got a drink here and I get nervous and all that. But anyway, I don't know what she was thinking. I was like, so there might have been a bit banging. But yeah. So you're done with games, are you?
Forever, yeah.
Forever. Retirement.
Pretty much.
I mentioned last week that I had received a preview of a game that was coming out, and then I played it ready to talk about it and then realized it was under embargo until this week. It's not a famous game. It's a game called Primordial Empire, which it tickled my fancy because in the email it said Spore meets Anno, and I don't know what Anno is, but I know what Spore is. Would you like a game? And I was like, oh, yeah, any game that claims to be like Spore is going straight in the Sheepdog review pile. So essentially, it's on Steam, and you can follow it and pre-order, say you want it and that kind of thing. Primordial Empire, what it is it's a game about microbes. You kind of start with these levels where you have like a little, I can't remember what they're called now. It's like a little thing underwater that generates stem cells, and then through like real life evolution. You're basically cultivating your colony of microbes. You're putting in plants that create protein for the stem cells to feed off of. You're then building more complex life forms under there that they can then sort of something that will it creates these things called scrubbers that can break down minerals and then give that to the colony to feed them. And there's things that harvest proteins from the sun and whatever else is in the water. There's more complex lives that will hunt the stem cells and eat them, but then produce other things, and they're more stronger lives. But obviously, if you've got too many of them, they're going to wipe out your stem cells, which is going to break down the colony. So you've got to learn to balance it all like nature would, and just grow your little colony out. And I really friggin' enjoyed it. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll play the demo, and I'm not got much energy and all this, and I was thinking, I'll play a little bit now, and then I'll play a little bit tomorrow and whatever. And I sat and like hammered through it for about because it was 2 hours of gameplay, introducing the like how each bit works, and then like what's the right word, like a scenario, I guess. You play it. It's like you do all the tutorials and then you put it into action on the proper bit. And yeah, I was just really into it. I sunk hours into it and played it, and then I was just like, when does this come out? I've added it to my list for following. Obviously, when the time comes, I will try and get a proper review if I can. But yeah, it says that when it comes out later on, it's going to have like more complex creatures, good variety of things, a nice world map, game progression, different sort of biomes and environments. On their list, I've added trade, establish resource specialized colonies, and import those resources to cultivate increasingly powerful colonies. So you're becoming like an army of. I mean, I wonder if that means it will lead. It says colony defense to protect your creations from invading organisms and spreading viruses. Creature evolution, mutate and adapt your organisms to thrive in diverse environments. Upgrade your organisms to tackle new and more challenging goals. It says the biomes are procedurally generated. Obviously, the demo is a bit different. It was like set out so that you would maximize, because you have to kind of send some of your stem cells to seek out a place that's got like light and fertile ground, so you can start building your kind of biome there. And going too far will starve your stem cells, so you've got to kind of make a route for them to travel where they can still eat, where they can still get back, where they won't die. And yeah, it's got lots of cool, clever things to it. It looks stunning. It's really colorful and pretty. Really nice sort of chilled music. I got Ollie on it because he loves Spore. It's like one of his biggest obsessions. Like Spore's just the game that's kind of baked into his heart. He just loves it. So when I told him there's a game like this out, he was like, right, get it now, let's go. But yeah, it does talk about plants and animals being in it more as it progresses. As I say, for me, it was mainly microbes because it's the demo. There were some plants there, but it looks like it goes on to animals and creatures as well. And yeah, if you like Spore, I reckon you'll like this, and check it out on Steam.
Will not.
It's good.
Spore, Kevin.
I do like.
Sorry.
Well, I liked Spore 20 years ago when I played it. I haven't played it since.
Got your girls playing it at one point.
Do
I
you
remember
Golly?
that. Yeah, I think Amy was playing it on a laptop in the front room one time.
One thing that made me laugh about this that I just remembered about Spore was reading about how the people that were working on it tried to be like, yeah, we want to make a game that. Was it Peter Molyneux, or am I making that up?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I think he took their game and to some biologists and was like, yeah, so we want to kind of teach people how life is created and what happens. And they went, this game doesn't even remotely show how life came about and evolved. This game is a complete fabrication and the most unscientific thing I've ever seen. And he was like, okay, never mind. And just like scrapped that kind of angle and went about making his game, which is fine. But this feels like, I mean, I'm no scientist, but it feels a lot more real. Do you know what I mean? Like the words and things in there, I'm like, yeah, I've heard about them in sciencey books, and I know enough to know that it seems realistic and it seems true to it, and it's still fun. I don't think we're going to end up with. I mean, I don't know, because it says that they've got lots of plans for the future. I don't know whether there's more. So it talks about mutating and adapting your organisms. I don't know whether that gives you full freedom to make some weird multi-eyed creature that sounds hilarious, but you'd hope that they'd kind of give you something, because I feel like that's what people would love to be able to do in the end game, and that's what's going to get people showing off what they've made, isn't it? It's going to be like, look at this thing I made, it's really good and powerful and whatever. Whereas, I don't know, but yeah, it was good. It was fun. It scratched an itch that Spore, because I always felt like the early part of Spore was fun, but it ended very quickly, and before you know it, you're out of the water and you're on land. And I know that Ollie would replay that start bit quite a lot because he quite enjoyed floating around as a little cell and multiplying and trying to grow and decide what things the cell could do and giving it new abilities. But once you're out of the water, the game kind of becomes more about avoiding being eaten by other stuff, doesn't it? So he'd often replay that start, and this is a lot more of that. So yeah. What the rest of you been playing?
Sorry, Sheepdog. Switch pre-orders are out.
Oh, are they?
You're not going to get one, but they've started going. I've just been looking. It's like, nope, nothing available.
Argos is your best place. No one thinks of Argos.
Argos isn't up yet. Amazon isn't up yet. Smiths is
game.
Good luck.
Nintendo.
I'll cancel your order the day before.
I was going through the Nintendo thing in my head. That was where I was gonna.
Yeah, the official Nintendo one is the way that it's saying is on the 8th. But like I say, Smiths has gone up for pre-order, but it's just all grayed out. Shop 2 is similar. You can register interest on the shop.
Well, that's probably not real then, is it? That'd be like me saying, right, listeners, if you want to switch, let me know.
It's the equivalent of flogging one on eBay now and sending it out on dispatch.
Yep. That's what they're doing, because they get a list. It'll help them for sure. Like you're still doing the shops a favor and strengthening your chances of getting one if you're on the list of 400 people that want one and they put an order for 400 in. But if Nintendo's announced tomorrow that they're only sending companies one each, then yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
In Assassin's Creed, as previous.
Oh yes.
I played it for 34 hours now, so I've only put extra 10 hours in it. And now I am understanding the game. For them first 24 hours, I didn't know what I was doing. I know what I'm doing now. So early in the game, when I started playing it, I found a thing called a coffin. So not coffin spelled COFFIN. Coffin as in KO. Some FN, I think.
FUN?
Yes, and I found one. Yes, I found one of them very early in the game. I went in it, I explored it, and I found like treasure at the end. But when I got back to the start of the area, I couldn't get into the new area. It says you can't progress this, and I thought, okay, probably I need that guy because he's stronger to get in. No, I needed to follow. I needed to follow. What's her name? Novaya, whatever her name is. Narway. I don't know her name. I started going down her objective list and found out that I need to go to these places because that's where her story is. That's where all her history is, and you find out things. So, I played the first 24 hours not knowing what I was doing, and now I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm doing her quest and finding out about her family. The other guy, what's his name?
Yasuke.
Yep. He is he's on like a road of redemption for himself. So I'm just following his story, and he's found a partner, and he's all happy and everything. We found we just went and found flowers, so that was nice to brighten up my camp. I've been updating my camp. My camp is now on level 7.
Okay.
I know. I have every castle I find, I loot everything in it, and I make sure my scouts are all picking up them big cases of materials.
Supplies,
so my camp is up to 7, and when you update your camp, you get passive updates, like passive abilities. So they are just applied. So when you go to camp, and then when you leave camp, you have full adrenaline, because normally when you leave, you have to build it up while you're fighting. But now when I leave camp, I will have full adrenaline to use as I wish with my stabby things. What else? I played some Atomfall on my new Xbox.
Okay.
I love that game of the year, because every waterfall I found had something behind it. I love these people, because that annoys me, because every game I'm in, why do you put a waterfall if you're not going to put anything behind it? But in this game, every waterfall I found, there was something behind it, and I was so happy. I was like, yes, these people understand what you need. And yeah, I was just going around having a look. I basically had a stick and a rusty gun, and instead of going the way I was supposed to go, I went the other way, because of course, and found a bunch of people that didn't want to be near me. So I hit them on the head with a stick. That was fun. And I made it to there's like a village that's been taken over. Well, not taken over, but it's a village that's next to the plant that went kind of boom. And I started to solve a murder that happened in the church. Like, this is startup of the game. So yeah, I had to go and do that and find out what happened. And I found out what happened, and I was like, oh, did they now? Well, I'm going to sort you out. So, yeah. But you just go around. It is like Fallout. You just wander about, go in places you're not supposed to go in, loot things that you find, and make do. I keep getting over encumbered, because of course I do. I like to carry everything with me. So that's annoying. But then you can like sell it and get new things, and you know how it is. I bought myself a sewer, which got me into the village. I think you can walk into the village, but I found a back way, because of course I did. I'm me. So yeah, I played that for a little bit. And then during the weekend, for some reason, in my mind, I just had this urge to play Prince of Persia, the newest
latest one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
So I popped it in, played that for a bit. Found it a lot easy. Well, I found it a lot easier because I understood it, but I got to this place where I just don't know where to go. I am so stuck. Like, this guy is after you, which is fine. I can just about manage that, because like he has an aura around him, and as long as you're not in his aura, he won't chase you. Because like in Resident Evil games, they scare me to death when they chase you. But I can't find where to go. Every time because obviously you got a map, like a big map, and it shows you which way and everything. And I've bought the map, and every way I go, I can't get through, and I don't know why. So I don't know whether I need to get caught by him to be taken to the prison and to get out the prison, but I just got annoyed with it. So I turned it off, and yeah, that's basically it. I've just been playing with my new toy, because I don't know if I mentioned, I bought myself an Xbox an Xbox Series X digital.
So yes, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So,
okay. Now, how have you been getting on?
Fine. Because I did nearly get a normal black one with the disc drive, and I'm thinking, why? I don't really buy discs on the Xbox, because any big game I will just get on the PlayStation. And on the Xbox, I play mostly digital. I play Game Pass, basically. So I've got the digital one. It's all white, so it matches my PlayStation, and it's perfectly fine. Just plugged it in, and away we go. Everything looks so much better on it. Like, I played Starfield for an hour. Everything just looked and played a little bit better.
Wait.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones?
I didn't turn that on, unfortunately.
Oh, that's the one I wanted to know.
Oh, apologies.
That's the one you hated because it didn't look good.
I did. I hated it because, the game. I loved the game, but I just couldn't be doing with the muddiness and stuff. But I just didn't turn it on because I was in Starfield and I was doing this mission, and I got just got into that. So I was just playing that for an hour, but it just looks lovely. But obviously, I've got Assassin's Creed. Yes. So I'm playing that at the moment, and I think it's been updated a little bit because the boxes aren't as. They've been bad sometimes, but in some areas it's not. But the only thing that does tell me about this game, and I think it's just maybe a TV. Maybe I need a Sony Bravia for my birthday. You see,
yes.
is I just think it's my TV. I think it's old and it can't deal with because it like every other time it's fine, but when the mist comes down, I can barely see. I'm squinting, and it's just the mist is awful, and I can't make it brighter because then it's because obviously I've got HDR on, and then that hurts your eyes. So I've turned the HDR off, and that's made it a little better. But goodness me, I need a Sony. You see, because my birthday's coming up, and I'm not allowed to go on holiday.
Not buying you a TV for your birthday. You already have one. That's absurd.
But my Sony was so much better for the PlayStation.
Well, you shouldn't have smashed it then.
I didn't
just slide you one off.
But yeah, so I'm now level 30 with my Assassin's Creed people. I'm like 34 hours in because I was playing it wrong. But I've been finding a little so obviously she does her praying for her, I don't even know, for her knowledge points. But for the other guy, he does archery on horseback. Do you know how hard that is?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I find it relatively straightforward, but I've only done 2 of them. They must get harder because you shoot the targets as you ride past them. You go, okay, yes, I do 3 of them, and then I get a knowledge point. Like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's not that it's bad. It's the fact that people get in the way, and I think up in my settings that my arrow snaps to them instead of where the target is. I think I need to turn that off because that's so annoying. And when is it rowing after me, and they're just running up the street trying to catch me. I'm like, just leave me alone. And now I found out what Guardians are. Have you seen Guardians? They are mental.
Guardians?
Yeah, right. So if you...
The Galaxy?
No. Guardians in Assassin's Creed. They're all... so basically, they dingled the bell because they found me. So they were bringing in support. Now, I don't know where they're from or why. I still need to find out, but they're called Guardians. And there's about 4 or 5 of them in a group together, and they just walk around and they beat the sea out of you. They are hard work. I don't know why they're there because I'm on normal settings. They are hard work. So keep an eye on that. Like when you were going over, taking in castles, shoot down the bells because they will come running. Because they came the other day and I was like, what is happening? I've killed everyone, but I know the bell is gone and I'm wanted. But oh my god, they are relentless. They will not leave you alone. But yeah, that's it. I've been playing my new toy and playing with Assassin's Creed because I don't know what else is coming in the future. But I don't think I'll get a Switch. I might have a go on Kevin's new one when he gets one for about an hour, but I don't think I'll get one because I have the nice pretty one, the Zelda one, so I don't really want to get rid of it because it's really pretty.
I mean, you don't have to get rid of your old one just because you
get
your new one.
I need to find it, Kevin. I'm going to get the new one.
We did just go out and buy an Xbox that costs more than a Switch would, so
I don't want a Switch. I just want to look at yours. I wanted the Xbox. I kept thinking about it, and it was doing my head in because the games that were coming out in it are Bethesda games, and I want to play them, but they looked awful. And now they don't. Because Starfield looks fine. I can actually see what things are and not just be this smudge of a mess.
Well, there you go. Presumably you've got an old Xbox you can sell to fund your new Switch.
There you go. I don't think anyone wants to buy an old PlayStation.
Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But that's it. That's me. That's what I've done.
Which one of you is filing your nails?
Yes.
Can you do it slightly further away from the microphone?
I can now. It's because I've just put them on and now I need to shake them. Sorry. I'll do it over here.
I mean, I've realistically, I've only been playing Assassin's Creed as well. I'm up to 27 hours now. I'm up to the same amount as Anna was last week. That's how far I've got. I finally met up with the Yasuke fellow who was at the start of the game for 10 minutes and then not seen for the 15-20 hours. I incidentally found a piece of armor for him, a legendary armor in the middle of all before I found him, and then proceeded to put it on him.
Sorry, I found a mermaid horse in a cave. I saw it online and I was like, I need to go and do that. Go and find it, and it's like you have to swim all the way down, and it's like in a box. Then when you can equip it. But yeah, it's a mermaid looking horse.
Okay,
like
I'm writing it down.
Right, you can carry on. You have to go to an island, and then you have to. Yeah, it's online. But,
I'll have a look.
Yeah.
But yes,
Sorry.
I found a piece of armor for him. And I was like, oh, this is cool. This.
Mm-hmm.
Now it'll look cool in this. This would be awesome. And then it went, no, this is. I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, this isn't for her. It's for him. I was like, So I eventually found him. Put it on. It's like all gold plated.
Mm-hmm.
All gold plated with a purple under armor.
Yes, I found that too.
I look like Thanos.
Yes.
I just running around. That's all I can see now. It's just a big purple guy with gold plates all over him.
Yes. I thought they must have been. They must have been watching it, going, "Oh, I'm going to make something that looks like."
I don't know. That's what it looks like, though. That's all I can think of now. But yeah, playing as Naue for let's say 15, 20 hours ish.
Mm-hmm.
It is a real stark contrast when you start playing as Yasuke.
Yeah.
Who pretty much just like. Someone's blocking. He's like, I don't care. I'm just going to chop through that, and then I'm going to chop through it. Take half your health. If you're a second shot, I'm going to cut your head off.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Arms and head.
What? Yeah. It is brutal. This guy is just a battering ram. So now any sort of like fighting sequences, we just send him in to play. Just stomp everybody out, and then if we need some climbing up buildings or some sneaking around, we bring Naue into the mix. But yeah, I've done a lot of. I've got into that second area. Is it Yamashiro? I want to say something like that. I think it's that. I can't remember now. It's where Kyoto is. Kyoto's massive. It's a massive town, huge. But I was struggling. I was speaking to someone who had been playing it, and they were like, "Oh, I've nearly got enough knowledge points to rank 2." And I was like, "How?" I was like, "I'm still on rank 1. I've been trying to get to rank 2 for ages." He went, "Just got to." I've been going to the question marks. I was like, "Yeah, I thought I have been as well." Because he was in the first area, and I was like thinking, "Well, I've done most of I've done no question marks in the first area I couldn't see." I'm like thinking, oh, what the hell? So I pushed on to the next area because I knew there was some question marks and some things to get knowledge points in the second area.
Yeah.
I was like, right, I'll push on to that. Got them all. Got enough for that, and I realised, no, I was already on rank 2. I didn't know it. I was getting for rank 3. I was thinking, how the hell has he got in? He's only in the first area and got more knowledge points than me, and I'm well into the second area. I couldn't understand it, and then realised. I'm working towards rank 3, got rank 3, and then quickly got rank 4 as well. There's some areas, and I got 6 knowledge points, like in probably about an hour yesterday. It was insane. I couldn't believe every time I went to a question mark, there's a new one, and I was like, what? What's going on? So yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying playing it. It's been that it's one of them games that I'm never certain I'll finish it, but the time I'm spending with it, I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying what I'm playing. I want to play it more. I want to do the things, but I feel like at this point I'm going to burn out because I'm at 27 hours and I'm in the second area at level 20. I'm not, and there's probably about another 6 areas around me. And it's like, this game is so big, and because you can do the game considerably quicker, you can do it in like, I don't know what I said last week. I think I can't remember. It was like probably in like the 40 hour mark, probably mainline. But for completionists, like doing everything, which is what I want to do, well, within reason, is like well over 80 hours. So I just seriously doubt I'll ever finish this game. But I'm enjoying playing it for what it is at the minute. It's been fun. The only other thing I've been playing is Marvel Rivals. I've got to gold rank finally in the ranked setup. That this game has been the only thing that has made me actively shouty and angry. I've never been so more angry trying to get to this rank, because you obviously start in bronze and work your way up to get to gold rank, and it has been a slog, an absolute slog to get where I am. And I've never been so angry at people, but because you're playing in them low ranks, you're gonna have low ranking players in there. The quality will get better the more you play it, sort of thing, and rise the ranks. But it's so hard to get up there because you're playing with all these numpties in the game, and then you lose games, you go down rank. You lose points in your ranking, so you're like 2 steps forward, 1 step back every single time. You just never, just forever, just reaching to get there. But I did eventually get there. I think we got there in the end. I think when I looked in the history of like the games, we won like 6 games on the bounce, like on the run to get to gold 3, and it was insane. And I'm only doing this just because I think you're supposed to get to that gold rank, you will unlock a skin at the end of the season. That's what I've read somewhere. So hopefully that is the case because the season is ending any time. Sorry?
What skin is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing. I thought it was an Invisible Woman skin for Invisible Woman, but I think that was last season. This is the new season that's about to end. This is the current season. So now I'm like, I don't know now. I think it's a Human Torch one. I think another character I don't play, but that's fine. We shall see. The only other thing I have done, I did do at the weekend. I went to Bolton Gaming Market at the weekend.
You did what?
Yes, I went to Bolton Gaming Market. It's
where was our invite, Pubby?
I mean, it was put on by the Play Expo people.
Oh.
It was like they also should have invited us in.
It was a replay events thing. They're the Play Expo people, weren't they? The replay events.
It's a bit cheeky you didn't bring it up, Pebby.
I mean, it wasn't a thing. I mean, would you want to come to a boot sale full of old?
Have you ever met me?
Like every time there was one held.
Come on now, Pab. Come on.
And I wouldn't have been able to come, but Kev would have.
Absolutely, I would have.
It was one of these things that was kind of like, yeah, we'll go. This was months ago. It was announced. It was announced months. It was long. It was long before the Lego thing that we went to, the Bricktastic.
He was planning it in the back of my car on the way to Disneyland.
No,
but it didn't occur to him that I want to come.
No, it would have only been in probably January, I think. When was the other one? The Brick Festival in it was then because we saw something on it then, and I was like, yeah, we'll go to that, and then just completely forgot about it. And it was only last week. I was like, isn't that gaming thing on? I was like, oh god, yeah. I mean, like we luckily I'd booked tickets at the time and there was a queue round that it was up at the Bolton Stadium. There was a queue round the stadium to get in it. I was like, what's going on here? It was insane. It turns out it was just because there was one guy at the front just scanning in with a barcode reader on the gate to get in. It was like, great, this is going to be one that's taking forever.
How many cast members of Red Dwarf were there?
No, it wasn't. It was a boot sale. It was just a big boot sale.
Like they're always at every event.
No.
There wasn't even anyone trying to break Mario Kart records there.
Wow. No. It wasn't like that. It was literally just loads of stalls of boot sale stuff of all those games.
I was going to say, you're still describing my memories of Play Expo entirely.
Was also there? There was an actual boot sale on the car park there as well.
Wow.
There's just stuff. There's just a boot sale outside and a boot sale inside in one of the suites at the stadium.
If you asked me to describe Play Expo, I'd be like, it's a boot sale, but for some reason Chris Barry's there.
Yeah, some Red Dwarf cast. No, it was all right for what it was. I didn't get anything in the end. I was looking for NBA Jam on the Xbox 360 because I know you can't get it digitally anymore. I was like, oh yeah, I was looking for that about 6 months ago, and then just never thought about it again. And then I looked through the entire place, didn't find it. There was lots of stuff to buy there. There were some mystery bags there, whatever they're called, whatever they loot boxes. I was like, I saw people walking around and I'm like going, how do you? Oh, people have been mugged there, absolutely.
It's because they pay that person to go over there and open a PlayStation box.
Yeah. So yeah, I went with my friend and got a few games. I looked for a book. I looked for one of the bitmap books, but they didn't have it on site with them. They just had all the samples of that. Great, you're pretty much useless being here. But
was there any Lego?
There was a little bit of Lego, but it's probably half a dozen on one stall.
Anna, don't worry. birthday treat for you. The Milton Keynes gaming market is on the day before your birthday, so we can go there. Get you a retro
a boot
game.
sale. Yeah.
Yeah, you love a boot sale.
Yeah.
The Nottingham ones this weekend. They tore.
I just
they tore.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. See, so it's one of them that's like I just have to walk away a lot of the time in these places because the amount of time people are trying to haggle stuff. I'm like, I can't. No, I don't. There's something about me that just I'm not in there for haggling.
No, I can't.
No, I don't think I can. But it's like there's a guy going, "Can you do that for 40?" And he's going, "No, it's that's what it is. That's the price it is."
Come on.
It's like it's just people just.
I mean, some people are rubbish at it, and we'll just pick up a 90 quid game and go give you 40. But like,
yeah, that's what it felt like a lot of the time. That's what it felt like.
Can I buy the 3 of them for whatever? You got to be giving them something, ain't you?
It felt like everyone was just lowballing every single time, and they're going, "No, mate." I'm like,
this is just awkward.
It's just awkward, isn't it? Yeah, but it's just like everyone wanting something for nothing. It's like just pay the man.
I want something for nothing.
I once had someone come up to me and try and buy the 4th book in a set of books. There was like 7 of them, and I'm like, "That's book 4 of 7." And he's like, "Yeah, I haven't read the series. I thought I'd check this out." I was like, "This doesn't make any sense." So I let him buy it if he paid well over the odds of one book. I was just like, "Right, well, you're paying way more for that one book then because you're being weird, and this is messing up my set." So I was quite happy with that because the rest just went on eBay. But yeah, boot sales are always unhinged people trying to do silly stuff.
Yeah. It was alright for what it was. It was alright to go just for a trip out sort of thing and see this sort of like remnants of what Play Expo used to be. It wasn't anywhere near as big as Play Expo. It's probably like, if you remember what Play Expo boot sale sort of stuff was, it was probably a third at best of what that is, maybe less, probably a quarter. So it wasn't huge. We're probably only there probably just over an hour, so it wasn't massive.
Maybe they're doing another like pump and dump where they build it up and then they flog it to another company.
Well, they've just steadily been going on about the stuff. They just don't do Play Expo anymore, but they do all these other kind of things constantly. So
they've probably realised that rather than having to pay to get actual good stuff there and do a big event, they can go around and do 2 of these a weekend, which is what they're doing according to their website, and they don't have to actually do any of it. They just sell car boot pitches. It's probably much more profitable than doing a proper convention.
And if Chris Barry happens to be in town, he'll nip in and sign a few bits for people if they want.
They don't even need him anymore. They don't have to pay his fee anymore. That's the genius of it.
Well, I saw him at Spalding Comic-Con about 10 years ago, so I don't think he's been.
He loves the Comic-Con.
I think he's just turning up to him for the free lunch and the adoration.
Anyway, that's a lot from me this week.
Well, I'm now planning my trip to Doncaster Gaming Market in June.
You
say they don't do Play Expo anymore. I'm on their website, Play Expo Blackpool, Saturday, Sunday, 4th and 5th of October at the good old Norbreck.
Oh yeah, that's why. That's why.
No.
Oh God, October in Blackpool.
Not doing that again.
Party.
Done that once.
Jesus.
That was the furthest I've ever gone for the shortest amount of time at a place. I remember
we got some boba and walked out.
We literally just walked through the hotel and then
I only came to see the place I met my wife. She wasn't even there, but I just wanted to see the place, and I wish I hadn't seen it because in my head it was a much nicer place. Yeah, that's where I met her.
Where did you both live?
Sheepdog lived in the hotel at the time.
She lived in Coventry and I lived in Essex.
So obviously they met at a hotel in Blackpool.
Well, it was a Buffy convention, wasn't it, at the Norbreck?
Obviously a Buffy convention. It was mental otherwise.
Everyone knows this. Like everyone in the world knows about that.
Yeah, I just forgot about that bit. Okay.
Yeah, we met in the bar there. So I went to the bit. I saw the bit where we met, the bit where we had our first kiss, and it's a dump. Honestly, what a dump! I remember that place being so much nicer, and it didn't spoil the romance or the memory. But I'm not taking her there ever. Like she will just be like, "Oh dear Lord."
What happened to it? Yeah. Wow.
I mean, they're clearly fancying it up now because I'm looking at the details. The address is still Norbreck Castle Exhibition Centre, but on the Play Expo poster, it's described as the Nork Olympia Exhibition Centre. So they've gone fancy. It's Nork Olympia now.
They've added Norks to the name. That sounds.
They do have I'm just reading their refund policy. It's 2 words: no refunds.
Wow.
Which has long been their policy. Let's go to Blackpool. We can buy another bus. Right.
I wouldn't mind going to solve the mystery of where I slept while I was there, because I don't remember booking a room there.
Hotel, surely.
No, I didn't book a room there. I didn't have a hotel room, so I don't have a clue where I stayed. I was there for 3 days. I only remember being in the bar area and the event area, and I honestly couldn't tell you. For the last day, I didn't sleep. I remember I walked around and then went home, but I don't remember where I stayed, and it's really bizarre to me. Huh?
Are you driving then?
No, I got a lift from someone. I had to get a. We didn't need to talk about this on the podcast, but I didn't book a room, and I genuinely couldn't tell you where I stayed. I don't remember at all where I stayed.
Wow.
Anyway,
what a catch! I can see why Kirsty snapped you up.
Oh, she didn't know I was like basically a homeless grifter.
I mean, surely the smell off you by day 3 gave it away.
I think I must have borrowed someone's shower. I can't remember though.
Just dunk in the sea to clean off.
Because you know me, I can't start my day without a wash.
Right, let's stop talking and go our separate ways. I can't cope with this anymore. If you want to hassle us on the internet, you can do that at Mgukpodcast, or you can follow me at Lelujo.
You can find me at Sheepdog6K.
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
Oh my word, how close are you to that microphone?
You want me to be close? You want me to be too far away? You want me to
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't say seduce the listener. They're supposed to be winding down for the day.
Anna's going to get loads of followers this week.
Yeah,
Come on, Pab, make it sexy.
I'm at Pab 1986.
Jesus, Pab.
You
know,
know,
sleep tonight.
Absolute filth. See you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Toodle pip.
Thanks for listening, folks.
You're welcome, Pappy.